Yo, what up gamers, for Product here, and today I'm going to show you how to play Misfortune ADC. We're running Cleanse in this game, even though it's not really all that useful because I just accidentally forgot to switch it in Champ Select. That being said, I already got to at least use it to save myself in level 1 invade before the video started. For runes, we're going to be running PTA, Overheal, Legend Bloodline, Coup de Grace, Gathering Storm, and Absolute Focus. We're going back to probably just running Overheal in every single game as Misfortune, since it's been buffed and it has very good natural synergy with her. When you take damage through your Overheal, it doesn't count as taking damage for your W, so you get to keep the move speed. It just helps to make you basically a more mobile champion than if you weren't running Overheal. Starting with the W as well, by the way, because I like to do that whenever I'm leashing, as it... I don't know, I guess it gives a stronger leash, or about as good a leash as starting Q. And then you just get to walk into lane faster as well. I'm trying to avoid the Soraka poke as much as possible. Basically, the way we play this lane out is try and poke with Q as much as we can once we have it. And try and avoid poke from the Soraka. While we wait for Lux to hit a binding, which can enable us to take a really good trade. I should have actually kept that, my bad. Okay, this could be good. We won't greed too much trying to kill Soraka there when we can just turn on Draven. Yeah, if we ignore Draven there, he's gonna kill Lux, and then potentially he can just turn on me as well because he won't be low. We can definitely force a trade here though. I can wait my Q until it bounces on Soraka. Oh, I don't have mana for Q anyway. Oh well, okay, no problem. At least we do a lot of damage to Draven there. Okay, that wasn't an amazing Q. We don't have mana to use E right now, so we level Q. Oh, getting ganked by Arvin. May need to flash here. Yeah, I'm gonna flash. Alright, I could do with just spacing here. They were just kind of frozen, but we can't really break that with this HP anyway, so it's on them what they want to do now. We won't even wait for the full mana. We want to try and run into lane as fast as we can here. We got W move speed, so we do it pretty fast even without boots. So if I was them, I mean, the proper way to deal with this is that they should just have left the wave pushing towards them, and then just recall. Because that way we lose pretty much an entire wave while the wave is pushing towards them, and they arrive into a really big wave. But instead I arrive into like a wave and a half here at the very least. So I don't really miss out on much for recalling there. The punishment could have been much greater. Thing is, usually shoving in is fine, but not if it takes you forever to actually crash the wave. Which is what it was going to do because Draven's wave clear isn't amazing, and it was a cannon wave, so that takes a while to kill. I'll try and crash this wave, see if we can get away with that as well. Using up most of my mana, but we can just recall again. Seeing if they have any vision here. A pink ward or something. Oh, base. I think we'll just get a call here. It's not too late to build this. There we go. So this is also going to help stack up the overheal as well. Full healing is actually pretty good. Yeah, it is an option, by the way, to go Bloodthirst II. I don't think I'll do it this game, but it is something that's pretty popular to do on Misfortune, and if you do that, you can optionally just run Alacrity instead of Bloodline, because if you're building lifesteal that early anyway, then you can just go Alacrity for a stronger early game. And we'll wait until the CC is over before using Ari. I think he's dead there. Nice one. Alright, we want to disengage here though. Taking damage from a massive wave there. So this is not exactly a wave that I can actually crash in, right? We're in a similar position to Draven as Draven before, except the wave is even bigger. I can't crash that in time, right? So if I want to make him miss farm, what I gotta do is at least wait for this wave to kill all of my wave. The problem is that here it's gonna be a little bit tricky because I won't have the wave pushing towards me. Hang on. Yep, no bad. Okay. Yeah, so unfortunately, like, now the wave is pushing towards them. So we can't freeze it, or leave it frozen, and we also can't crash it either because it's too far away from the turret. The upside is, though, that Soraka's pretty low now, so we can actually just lane 1v2, and if we're laning 1v2, should be easy to slow push. Well, apparently not 1v2, but still should be somewhat easy to just slow push here. Stack up a big enough wave that Draven can't all-in us in. Careful. That's a problem. We need to walk away now. Would be nice if we'd taken any other summoner except Cleanse, which doesn't do anything in this matchup, but it will. Okay, I probably could have actually just recalled again. I should be doing that. Still late now, but we'll see. Yeah, no, they're gonna crash this pretty fast, so I'm just gonna stay. I think this wave is a cannon wave too, so if I shove this one really fast with my ultimate, I would probably have time for a recall, but the longer they delay this, the less that actually becomes an option, so I probably won't be able to do that. If I don't recall here then, what I'm gonna, or, yeah, if I don't have a good recall here then though, what I want to do is at least wait until the next wave, soak that up with my ult, and then recall. Are they on Drake? They are. Okay, I want to shove this wave as fast as I can then. Okay, that's a really fast shove. There's no ADC in the game that can compete with that wave clear. If you're willing to commit your 2-minute ultimate cooldown for it. So this is actually a good base for us, minus the fact that we had to give up Drake. Guess we'll pick up this. I don't think it's worth going potions right now. Yeah, if you're going Bloodthirst a second, you can pick up the Alacrity if you want. It'll give you a stronger early game, but definitely in the mid game, I think the lifesteal will be more worth it, even if you still have, even if you already have healing from the Bloodthirster. And if you're doing Bloodthirster, I think any later than second item, it's worth it to go Bloodline, just to have healing until your third item. Especially because you might end up delaying it anyway. But for a Mythic, we're definitely going to go Kraken Slayer. I think you should always go Kraken Slayer on Misfortune. It just has too much attack speed to want to skip out on that. We'll just freeze for now. We'll make it easier to trade against Draven, and we'll be unlikely to get ganked if Ivern pots pot side after this. Oh, that could be good. Nice one. Didn't even have my ultimate there, although it's very good to just combine your ultimates as Misfortune Lux whenever Lux lands a binding, and that's just an easy call. Nice one. That's why Draven should be running Cleanse. Pretty much gotta run Cleanse against the Lux, usually. Unless you're just very confident. I have enough mana to shove the next wave with ult, I just don't have... Or, sorry, I could shove this wave with ult since I have the cooldown, but I just don't have the mana, so we're gonna have to not do that. So we shove it in a timely manner, get the plating as well, it's all good. Okay, we get a really good base here.
Not a problem. Set sail.
Damn it. Okay, that's just another easy kill. Didn't quite need a Lux ult there, but keep missing my Q bounces. This should still be a kill unless he flashes though. Might still be a kill. We place the E and then the ultimate. There we go. Trying to get as close as I can before I do the E though. Kinda scared of this Daisy. Okay, I can probably just leave the wave here. I'm gonna do that. I don't want to risk trying to shove this out against Ivern just for him to force us away from the lane and leave it pushing towards them.
You've got dangerous eyes. I like that. I've got a good feeling about this.
Yeah, I mean, you don't want to focus too hard on the Q bounces, I think. It's easy to get baited by just wanting to go for the bounces all the time, but you gotta remember that a lot of the time you do just win straight up trades if you just like walk up, auto Q auto, or even just auto Q if you want to take a shorter trade. If you're just only going for Q bounces, you're not gonna have as much success. See, that wasn't necessary. I actually hit him this time, but... yeah, that one's also really good, and that should probably be another kill. Perfect. Yeah, at least when you go for auto Q auto trades, you can just proc the PTA, which is going to deal a lot more damage overall. The Q bounce is obviously a lot of damage still, and they don't trade back with you if you do it from outside of their range, but at the same time it has potential to miss since they're almost certainly going to be playing around it. We can just stay here, we have no need to base. Even with having as much unspent gold as we have, we can still easily keep on pressuring here. Try and get another kill when Draven gets back into lane. Yep, so just a fast kill. There we go. Yeah, I don't even have a like an exhaust to cleanse or an ignite to cleanse because they're both running heal for some reason. Just an awkward summoner choice. Haven't used it since before the video even started. Anyway, so what we're actually going to be going for, second item here, is actually going to be Navori. I think Navori is insanely underrated on Misfortune right now, better than Infinity Edge. Just makes EQ insanely spammable. You don't even need to switch targets. You don't even need multiple targets available to have infinite W uptime. It also, I don't know if I think it doesn't actually quite do as much damage as Infinity Edge does with the ult, but it still does like pretty similar amounts of damage, I would assume. We'll just go for another Q there. No need to. Oh god, that was a lot of turret damage just because of it. I think Darius first. My bad. Alright, we're out of here. I'm gonna go bot. Leave the wave. Leave the wave. No. Still want to go there though for healing, for life stealing.
Bang.
He's surely not alone. He wouldn't be coming here by himself. Oh, Okay. I mean, he's only got Soraka, so I don't know what the point was. Jesus, that was not a necessary flash. Alright, I'm just gonna stay bot. Should be able to cash out my call here as well. You can see we've already started to heal up. We have 3 different sources of healing right now. Thorn's Blade, Cole, and Bloodline. Bloodline is now the strongest source of healing, but Cole is pretty significant in the early game as well. So now I can regroup and just keep on farming for our Navori. We'll have that in 600 more gold. We can probably just run these 2 down. Sakura that I don't have vision though. Okay, here we go. I only really cleansed there to try and get Ivan as well, so it's gonna be awkward if I don't get him. Okay, I got him. Ooh, I even tried to ult, but it wasn't necessary. Alright, sick. So because we're gonna have Navori, it's gonna be really nice to pick up blues whenever we can. Presence of Mind is also perfectly fine as well. It like makes a lot more sense to go Presence of Mind if you're going Navori Misfortune than if you're not, but you can still make it work even without it. Especially more so if you can get blue buffs. I can shove another wave here if he also doesn't want to get it. It's just not important for me since I don't... I already have the gold for Navori. I don't need any more gold. There we go. Now we will definitely go for Bloodthirster third item here. They don't have any armor pen. Or sorry, they don't have armor, so we don't need armor pen. The Lord Dominic's. So there's just no other sensible choice to go here except for Bloodthirster, which is already an amazing item on Misfortune. Even before the changes where it got buffed. It's actually a really insane item right now, so... It's a nice time to be a Misfortune player since she loves Bloodthirster either way. I didn't need to throw that, my bad. Ah, shit. Could be dead here. Ooh, not even close. I need to get out of here. I shouldn't be running here. God damn it. Yep. Can get honey fruit. It's barely any healing though. I'm just gonna have to base.
I've got a good feeling about this.
That's a good thing I decided to flash that Syndra W. I thought it might be a waste because I thought I might die to her ultimate anyway, but I decided to flip it. Turns out I didn't die to it. Thankfully she hasn't unlocked the execute yet.
Don't get cocky.
Just gonna go for... Nah, usually I'd go for wolves here, but I don't think we should do that when Drake is up. We can also just head over straight to mid anyway and try and get mid pro here. I imagine they haven't started the Drake yet. At least they haven't made much progress on it here, so... I shove in this wave and they cause them to miss farm if nobody goes to get that. Although my team shouldn't have started a fight so early. See if we can do anything here. Oh shit. I don't actually want to ult though in case Soraka has E to cancel it. Okay, nice. We will focus driven here. Damn it. Okay, we'll try and guess rock. Yeah, okay, we can't kill her sadly. Yeah, blue buff gonna be very useful. You can definitely consider running Presence of Mind for sure. I'd probably have a go there if I had Presence of Mind.
Sure you can handle me, summoner?
Another thing to consider as well is just running Inspiration and getting cookies so you get at least 120 more mana. Definitely be a big difference maker when you're having no other sources of mana. Okay, I'm gonna check their blue buff. We pretty much know they're not on the Drake since Ivan had the recall, and there he is. There we go. Now we got a blue. Should have cleared that blast gun. There we go. Now we know we're not getting flanked from there. Look at that damage onto Draven. Oh, what did I get rid of by? Shit, and they have vision on me. What the fuck? You... And apparently I was slowed by something I didn't see. I guess the Sindra W. Well, that was really awkward. I never saw the Arvin Q. Oh well. And this is exactly why we need Bloodthirster. We need that tankiness. But yeah, it's not just about the spammability of Q that I think makes Navori really good, but also just the fact that your Q, you know, it does a lot of damage, right? It's doing 403 damage right now without the Navori. And the Navori increases that damage by, you know, whatever the percentage is, currently 8%. Once we get another crit item, Bloodthirster, that'll be 12%. Dealing 12% damage on your Qs is pretty huge, especially with how low a cooldown the Qs are going to have. I'll definitely want this blue buff for myself. Which is about to come up. You can see just how easily we stack up the overshield or overheal now as well. Please don't. Okay. We can try and get Renekton here.
Not a problem.
Do we have Lee? No, he's doing Scuttle Crab. I should survive here. It doesn't have rage built up, so... What is he doing? He wasn't gonna kill me until he had his empowered Q, or, well, his Q at least back up anyway, but... Q off of Ivern, does a billion damage to Draven, and we just ult here. While they're CC'd. Perfect. I think that Draven took a massive amount of damage from my Q again there as well.
Sure you can handle it, summoner. Step 2.
So the amount of, like, the sort of supports that you would like to play with Misfortune are generally lockdown supports like Leona, Nautilus, Amumu. Amumu, I think especially, is probably the best right now. But she's pretty decent with just any kind of support that has any kind of CC. So like Zyra is pretty good as well. Probably even the best mage support because of how long her lockdown is with her E and ultimate. But Lux is also decent, as you can see, 1 Q, especially if it lands on 2 targets, is all you need to do a ton of damage with your ultimate.
I've got a good feeling about this.
Okay, I'd probably like to base, but... This Daisy is also very good for bouncing Qs off of. Ooh, wow. Someone to get a Q bounce onto Soraka there, but that's fine. She should be dead eventually. Darius' ghost to chase her down with. Oh, okay. Should be able to end here. Sadly, we don't get to test the Bloodthirster, but take my word for it, super powerful right now. Then you can do Lord Dominic's 4th and either round it out with a GA or just go with a Zeal item like Fire Cannon or Phantom Dancer if you want to do more damage to their tanks. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and found it helpful. Make sure to like and subscribe if you want to see more content like this in the future, guys, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Later, gamers.